Hey friends, Kris Krohn here. Welcome back. Today I want to shoot a video for you and I want to talk about the difference between abundance and scarcity, because one will create the world that you want and the other one will decimate it. And I want to also share with you the one thing that will make all the difference in shifting out of scarcity to ensure that you step powerfully into abundance. Years ago, I was hanging out with a friend of mine and he said, "You know what abundance is, Kris?" What is it? He said, "It's abundance." I'm like, well, that's really quirky and dorky. He says, "You know what scarcity is?" I said, "No, tell me." He said, "It's scarcity." I'm like, okay, yeah, super dorky, but I actually kind of like the meaning a little bit, like scarcity, fear, scarcity, abundance, like shaking it loose, right? Abundance and scarcity really do ultimately determine what you get out of life. And I want to just start with a basic definition because both of these ideas circulate around the concept of enough. Abundance is more than enough, and a scarcity is less than enough. And you got to understand that the mantra of the ego, right, that we come into this world with that says only trust your five senses, what you can taste, smell, touch, hear, etc., always says more. The ego, the mantra says more, give me more for me to be satisfied and happy. And that's what actually triggers us into scarcity on a regular basis as human beings, is especially in our day and age, no matter where you live in the world, we've never had better living circumstances than we have today. And especially if you live, for example, in America or another first world country, you know that every single day there's some brand new technology coming out that's advancing and improving our lives. It's crazy the world that we live in. And yet there's something inside that still says more, not enough. I'm not enough. And ultimately scarcity, what it does is I say it decimates your dreams because it actually keeps you from being able to actually step into a mindset where your dreams can live and survive. They can't live in an environment of scarcity. So what I want to share with you today is how do you actually get into abundance? If abundance is about more than enough, then first understand this key difference. We're not talking about money. We're talking about a state of mind. An abundant state of mind is different than a scarce state of mind, but it has nothing to do with how much money you actually have in the bank. In fact, you might be watching this video saying, "Kris, teach me abundance, teach me prosperity. I want my outside world to look better." If you want your outside world to look better, then the number one hack that I can share with you today is how you get your inside world to reflect the outside world that you want. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, disclaimer. When people come out to my events that I do on a regular basis, they are amazing and life-changing, and I'm going to try and condense a massive experience into a very short video here. And so without going into the science of the mind and how all this works, what I want you to understand is this. The subconscious mind is what's ruling your world. So whatever's in it is what's determining how you feel inside and what you're experiencing on the outside. We spend very little of our waking hours actually conscious. Most of the time, most of our world is being created from what's in here. So we got to find a way to shift and change that if you want to change your outside world. In other words, what I'm saying is if you want to have a more prosperous, abundant outside world, then you have to find a way in your mind palace to create that first internally. And that's what I want to share with you today. So I want you to write this down. This is a system, and I've been using it for years. Friends, it works. Trust me. The information that I'm giving you, there are people that have paid some serious bucks to sit down and have me share this with them. So write this down. What I need you to do is to dedicate a little bit of time and decide what you want on paper or notes in your phone in 4 different areas of your life. Present tense. For example, health, wealth, connection, and power. Health. What do you want for your body? Not what is, but what would you like your body to have endurance-wise, health-wise, looks-wise? And then I want you to form up those statements present tense. For example, my body is amazing, vibrant, and healthy. It supports me in all of my athletics, ... right? It's a present tense statement, not of what is, but what you want as if it's already happened. You're going to do that in your body. Health, wealth, relationships, and power. Next, you're going to do that in your wealth. So financially, how do you want your world to look different? Is there a house that you want to live in, a car that you want to drive? Are there trips that you want to take? Is there a certain amount of money you want in your bank account? Is there your business that you want to flourish? Is there a charity that you want to give to? I want you to form all the present tense statements about what you want as if it's already happened, interjecting adjectives of joy and excitement. Okay, next, we're going to get into our relationships. What do you want your relationships to look like? How do you want them to improve? Write them first person. And then finally, personal power, confidence. Like, how do you feel being you during the day? What's it like being you? What's it like for you to stand in your power and love your life, or feel peace and tranquility, be calm, level-headed? What is that? It could take you a half hour, an hour, maybe more to sit down and fill up an entire page or two with your wish list of what you want your life to look like in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, and in your personal confidence. When you're done writing out all these statements, present tense, which is the only language, it's the only power in the subconscious mind that it really comprehends. I'm not getting into the science right now. Just trust me on this. Then the next thing you need to do is do something with this. It's not enough to know what it is. Knowing what you want is step one. Putting what you want into action is step two. Here's what it looks like. Every morning, wake up, grab your favorite tunes that you can jam out on, high energy, something that really lifts you up. For me, I love that movie, Greatest Showman. I'm loving on the soundtrack right now. Take your favorite music, pop it on, listen, and then I want you to read those statements. Now, you can't just read them. You got to read them with energy. You got to read them with emotion. You see, when the subconscious mind receives new information as you're about to put in, and you can emotionally feel it and connect it, what it does is it starts pushing and expressing it into your conscious mind so that the subconscious and conscious can meet together, and you start viewing the opportunities that are available right now to you that you couldn't see before that can make that world that you want more of a reality. You'll find more natural motivation. Maybe it's to go to the gym or to network with different people that can help your business grow, or maybe you'll feel inspired to say sorry to someone you've been holding a grudge against. Change your inside world, your outside world changes. The most powerful way that I know how to do that is to get clear on exactly what I want, and then to have a powerful ritual to recite it and practice it every day. Now for me, just last week I sat down and I rewrote my entire set of statements. I do this on a regular basis. I rewrote them, jamming on the music, and boom, I'm running through all of these statements. And what I'm doing is I'm actively saying, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to go. I got to first see it, believe it, and feel it first in my mind palace. And once I can feel it in my mind palace, that's why I'm using the help of my favorite music tunes. That's why I'm intentionally adding emotion to it. You should be out there when you're reciting this. Get yourself in a space where you can express yourself. Yes, I get it. You're going to look like a total weirdo. Yes, if someone walked in on you, they'd say, what the crap are you doing? But I'm telling you that this is the most powerful way that I know how to have my subconscious open the doors to the conscious world that can introduce me to the people and the circumstances and the things that can make my outside world reflect my inside world. Friends, I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to trust me on this because I've been practicing this for years. My outside world continues to change and reflect my inside world. And literally just last week, I rewrote all of my statements all over again. I'm reciting them passionately, I'm reciting them with energy. I do it on a daily basis. And what I'm doing is I'm convincing my subconscious mind that what I'm feeling with emotion inside with those present tense statements is the same as what's happening outside, because the subconscious mind, it cannot tell the difference. If you'll do this, if you'll make this a pattern and a habit in your life, I'm gonna tell you right now, that is the #1 hack that I can give you for moving from scarcity into massive abundance. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. This tool only works if you do it every single day for at least 21 days. That's how long it takes to actually grow new neurons in the brain. Now, if you enjoy this video, I also want to invite you to subscribe if you're not already, so you can join me for some of the other suggested videos that are out there. And if you really want to learn this information at a mastery level, which will change everything, you got to get live with me at one of my events. I want you to check out the link in the description below, learn about my upcoming events, join me. I'm going to tell you, YouTubers from all over the world come and join me at these regular events that I put on. It is a party, it's fun, and it's life-changing. That's the promise that I can make for you, is that if you come and get live with me and we have this experience, your life will never be the same again. Check out the link in the description. We'll see you on the next video.